Bo, go. Shemot, Exodus 10:1 to 13:16. Haftarah, Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah 46:13 to 28. Hadashah suggested, Acts 13:16 to 17. Vayomer ADONAI al Moshe, bo el Pharaoh, ki ani hikbadeti et levo ve'et levavadav leman sheti toti ele bekorvo. Adonai said to Moshe, Go to Pharaoh, for I have made him and his servants hard-hearted, so that I can demonstrate these signs of mine among them. Exodus 10:1, Complete Jewish Bible. Introduction. Moshe and Aharon went into Pharaoh and said to him, Here is what Adonai, God of the Hebrews, says. How much longer will you refuse to submit to me? Let my people go so that they can worship me. Exodus 10:3, Complete Jewish Bible. When Moshe and Aharon spoke to Pharaoh and his servants, he was hard-hearted, as Adonai had told him he would be. So the story continued, with the threat of a plague of locusts, as had never been seen in Egypt. Pharaoh's servants convinced him to let the Israelites go, but Moshe told him he must let the people offer thanks to Adonai. But then Pharaoh decided he only wanted the men to go, so the deal was off. Moshe lifted his hands, and Adonai sent the locusts. During Pesach, Passover, coming up, we will be reminded of the plagues that were sent to Egypt until Pharaoh conceded. In the Parsha it says, Adonai spoke to Moshe and Aharon in the land of Egypt. He said, You are to begin your calendar with this month. It will be the first month of the year for you. Exodus 12:1 and 2, Complete Jewish Bible. This is the month of Nisan, which by tradition is called New Year for Kings and Festivals. By tradition, the other New Year, or Rosh Hashanah, celebrated in the fall, is the anniversary of creation. We learn from these the value of obedience to Adonai and the results of our actions toward others. Pesach is a remembrance of salvation by the angel of the Lord from the angel of death. And a yeast fast to remember Exodus when there was no time to let bread rise. Adonai says in the portion, You are to observe this day from generation to generation by a perpetual regulation. Haftarah. Again, in the Haftarah, Adonai, through Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah, prophesies the fate of Egypt and its destruction. Adonai's mercy is also expressed as he promises that Egypt will not be completely destroyed. Because of his mercy, both Israel and Egypt exist today. As it says in Yirmeyahu, Adonai Sevaot, the God of Israel, says, I will punish Ammon from No, Pharaoh, and Egypt with her gods and kings, that is, Pharaoh and those who trust in him. I will hand them over to those who seek their lives, to Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babel, and to his servants. But afterwards Egypt will be inhabited as in the past, says Adonai. Hadashah. This Parsha message is expressed well in Acts, where the mercy and power of Adonai is described, continuing the process of creation, validating the first century message and this Jewish understanding of Messiah Yeshua's message. and his covenant, which has been extended to the nations around the world. In Acts, it says, "Men of Israel and God-fearers, listen. The God of this people, Israel, chose our fathers. He made the people great during the time when they were living as aliens in Egypt, and with stretched out arm, he led them out of that land." Acts 13:16-17, Complete Jewish Bible. Just as ADONAI has forgiven Israel and Egypt, the nations of the world can be forgiven and be blessed by Almighty God. Conclusions. From the time of the original creation of humanity, we have all needed ADONAI. Continually we are shown that this need is important and that the need is eternal. May ADONAI be with all who are watching this Parsha message. May you all have a good week and a peaceful Shabbat.